Hello. So I'm trying out a new style of video. Let me know what you think. So what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm going to just be playing through this Portal 2 mod called Thinking with Time Machine. It's a pretty short mod. I'll be able to get through it in one video. If you like this style of video, feel free to let me know. I can do more of it. I'm not great at this mod, but I do enjoy it. I know a lot of people, this mod is pretty controversial for some reason. I don't understand why. It's not perfect, but it's certainly a fun mod to play through. So, without further ado, let's just get started. So, for those of you that don't know, this is a mod for, Portal 2. Very very good games. The premise of this mod is, well, why tell you? You'll see. If you can't infer from the title of it, then you'll see. It's fun how it picks up right off the end of Portal 2. So yes, this is absolutely spoilers for Portal 2, but the game came out in 2012. So if you don't know how it ends, then that's not really my problem. Go play the damn game. Just play it. It's good. It's fun. Valve only puts out good games. Well, but some of their games are mid. Like what have you. So yeah, this essentially retcons the end of Portal 2. Saying it's all a simulation. We're still playing as Chell. The GLaDOS voice in this, I don't think it's AI generated, but it does not sound anything like GLaDOS. An important thing to note is Strideman worked on this mod, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Strideman is the main developer behind a very popular, very well-received Half-Life 2 mod called Entropy Zero and Entropy Zero 2. Very well made. And, I think this mod in itself is pretty well made as well. So here's the main idea. The idea is, well, we'll see here. You have a little clipboard, right? And you can start recording your actions, right? You can do stuff, you move around a bit, and then you stop recording, and then you press play, and it'll replay it as a little character move around. So the way you solve this chamber is very simple. Just recording yourself walking onto the button. And it's as simple as that. From here on out, it gets a lot more complicated. It's fun. It's fun. This one, the idea is you have to crouch down and essentially give yourself a lift upwards. You have to do it twice in a row. Pretty mundane gameplay at the start, but overall, pretty good mod. Fuck. Nope. Oh, shit. Let's try that again. Am I recording? Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the chamber. Next one, a bit more complicated. Still fun though. So the way it works is the recording can pick up inputs, like picking up cubes or pressing buttons. And so now if we end the recording there, you'll see that happens. But the way we finish the chamber is having a cube on that button and something else on that button. So you run the recording. It's a time machine, I guess. I think it makes more sense to call it a recording. Right? So, picked up the cube, now standing on the button. I'm gonna turn my game audio down a little bit. This chamber is as simple as this. Take advantage of the fact that whenever you start a recording, it removes your portals, so that my recording can place a portal there, and a portal over there. Oh. Let's try that again. Oh dear. Alright. Well, that did not work, for some reason. The mod certainly isn't perfect, it has its flaws, but we can just try it again. Okay. I know that works. Okay. Now we come up here. And then we run it again. And there we go. That's the end of the first bit of the game. There, it gets a lot more complicated from here on. So here's how I solved this one. I think I'm doing it wrong, but I mean it works. Okay, and that is it. I think there's probably multiple ways to solve this chamber. That's just how I found out how to do it. It works. It might be a little dumb, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Yeah, this chamber, well, you'll see. Yes, you are seeing that correctly. That is indeed the Borealis. I know why it's here. Obviously, Aperture made it, and this mod is about time travel, but, it's, I don't know, bit of a goofy cameo in my opinion, but it works, it works. These are the co-op bots. As we'll see here in a moment, they apparently took down GLaDOS themselves. So we're just gonna go in there, and we'll see a little thing from GLaDOS on the sheet of paper. And that little thing. Essentially this is introducing an element that we see once and never see again. It's a little, control panel to control the different elements of the test chambers. It's only seen here. I think there was going to be more to this mod, but they never got around to making more. So we see here, this is them taking down GLaDOS manually. You know, the ladders, obviously, one of her rings fell off. Right, as we see down there, the step ladders. Right, Alright, so we'll open the door so that we can get through. Well, we'll take the SOS. GLaDOS SOS. Find time machine back to January 20th, 2021. 23:59:57. So yeah. That's about it for this area. Now we just make our way back. Back out here. Say hi to the Borealis. Hi, Borealis. Man, Epistle 3 plot device much? Although, this is not Epistle 3, so, you know. I mean, to be fair, you know, it was brought up in Episode 2 of Half-Life 2, so I sure hope they would do something with it. Not this mod, I mean Valve officially. The way you solve this chamber is just by getting yourself over this little barrier. Coming in here, grabbing the cuboids, and shoving them through the hole. And then you get yourself over this ledge by doing this. Grab one cuboid, you direct the laser that way, the laser appears when you press down the button, you grab another cuboid. I call them cuboids because it's funny, to me at least. I don't know if it's funny to you. And then, yeah, that's it, that's the chamber. Pretty simple so far. Again, it will get a lot more complicated, but it's still a very fun mod. Very enjoyable. This one is one of my favorite chambers, personally. Okay, so you start the recording here. And first thing you do is you drop down this cube. Right? And then you go and grab the next cube. And you drop down this cube after a small delay. And then you go and grab the next cube. And after a small delay, you drop it down. And then you end the recording, you come down here, and you do this. You start the recording, and since all those cubes respawned, you'll see that one just got grabbed by past me. So now I grab it, put it down here, and then we wait for the next one. Grab that, put it down here, and then wait for the last one over there, and then we grab it and put it down here. Other than that, this chamber's pretty simple. You just got to get all 3 cubes. This chamber is just really demonstrating that you can manipulate like test elements, like physics objects, with the time machine. I think it's a pretty good way of showing that. This chamber, it's a bit of a doozy. First thing you gotta do is you come here, you start the recording like this, and then you wait a little bit, you maneuver into place, you uncrouch, you jump, end the recording, play the recording, and, you know, just do all that so you can get onto the button. And then that button is just to get a cuboid. Oh wait, hold on, I'm doing this wrong. What you have to do is this. You have to record yourself coming over here, grabbing the cube, coming over here, and holding the cube for a bit. You have to give yourself enough time so that you can make your way over there as the player to manually grab the cube. Now let's play it again just to demonstrate what's happening. Right, grabbing the cube and holding the cube over there to be grabbed by the player. These portals, you know, just in case you need to go a bit faster, you can do that. So now we grab the cube and we put it here. We can't put it on the ground because there is a fizzler on the ground. But we can do that. Now what we do is the same thing, just in reverse. Now you could do one recording, I'm sure, to do both, but it's just easier to do it like this. So you start the recording, you then grab the cuboid, you bring it over here, you wait a bit, however much time you need really, just to make sure that you have enough time to get back over and grab the cube. That should be long enough. I looked down there, so I might have messed it up. You know, other than that, this chamber is really quite simple. So looking down did not screw me up like I thought it might, fortunately. And that's it. That's the end of the chamber. Pretty fun chamber, in my opinion. Really makes you think. I suppose that is kind of the point of the mod, though. You know, thinking with the time machine. Okay, this chamber, I still don't understand this chamber, so I'm just gonna do how I know to do it. Which I don't think is right. I think there's a glitch that I'm taking advantage of, but I'm honestly not sure. So yeah, all you do is you use your past self to get you up. Do a bit of this. And you do a bit of, well, this. Do a bit of this. And a bit of this. And, oh no. I don't know what happened. I think I accidentally loaded a quick save. Technically, this is from a previous playthrough, but it's fine because it's literally just right here. Alright, let's try that again. Save here just in case I accidentally do that again. Oh, fuck. Alright, there we go. Got that. I'm honestly not sure why these receptacles are magnetic, but I guess they are. So we'll do that. We'll do that too. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't matter. Because, again, once you start the recording, it removes all portals. Then we put that up there. Okay. Got that, and then we come back through. And... oh dear. Oh, that's not good. There's supposed to be a button here that lets you through. I think I can just do that, though. So yeah, suppressing this just lets me finish the level. I'm sure there's more I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't have to, so I'm not going to. Because honestly, I don't know how. Start that recording. And that's the end of the level. I'm not sure why there were other receptacles. That doesn't really make much sense to me, but, you know. Nothing is perfect. Especially not this mod. This mod is far from perfect. But it is a very fun mod. This chamber, up until somewhat recently, I've never beaten it legit, so, you know, but I have been able to do it as of late. So essentially, you record yourself doing it on that side, and you just copy it on this side. Alright, let's try that again. Sometimes you don't make it far enough to hit that button, but, you know, you just have to hold W. Oh, that didn't work. What the heck? Let's try it again. This time I got it. There we go. That should be enough. Never mind. Alright. Hold up. Hold up. I got this. It is how you're supposed to do it, as far as I'm aware, but it's not consistent, unfortunately. Oh, got it. There we go. Okay. And now you... Oh, I see. Okay. Was it just me, or were there indicators next to the thing that just don't show up properly? I think there were. And then... I think to get back over there, you just have to do the puzzle again. I'm not sure why, though. Or this here. So I just will. I'm probably missing something, but it doesn't really matter. Oh wait, actually, come to think of it, I should just be able to do this. I completely forgot about that last time I played it, and I just redid the thing. There we go. And that's that chamber. The next few are a lot more difficult. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, this one's not that hard. Okay. Let's see here. I'm not sure what those are for. Alright, so start the recording. Here. Okay, now that should be everything. If I'm not mistaken, we should just be able to come back over here and do a bit of this. So, you know, as you can see, this mod's mechanics are very well made. Like, a lot higher quality than some other mods you might see that try to do something. Now, I don't know too much about how this would be done. Maybe it's really easy to do, but I can't imagine it would be. Oh dear, oh dear. This chamber I struggle with. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it like this. Never mind, we're not doing it like that. Alright, let's try it again. Essentially, if I go through the portal, my portals are removed. I have an idea. Now I have that recording, and I should be able to just do a bit of this. Alright, we're gonna have to try that again. But, you know, that seems to successfully bring the cube through. Try it again. There we go. That's the chamber. Last time I did that, took me a lot more tries. Oh! Never mind, that was the final chamber of the game. This is the end of the game. So we put our time machine there, on the pedestal, and we get in. If you remember Gladys's SOS earlier, she essentially told us to, you know, travel back to prevent what happened to her. You know, I don't know why exactly we're doing that. Like, yeah, she let us go, but she was still kind of mean, so. But, oh well, there goes. And this is essentially just, you know, us turning back the clock on what happened. I think this is around the time when the mod was released originally. That's Borealis showing up. That's us escaping a little simulation. That's the co-op bots beating up GLaDOS. And that is the end of the time reversal.
What? Why are you still here? You are free.
Yeah, I don't know why she sounds like that. I don't particularly like her voice, but overall, I think it's a pretty good mod that gets a lot more hate than it really should. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think Strideman is the main developer behind Entropy Zero. I could be very wrong about that. I'm gonna check here in a second. But, you know, overall, pretty damn good mod. Gets a lot more hate than it really should. Alright, I just checked, and it turns out I was wrong. Strideman is not the main developer behind Entropy Zero. I thought he had worked on some other titles, but it turns out that he has not worked on any other titles that I could find. Breadman is the main developer behind Entropy Zero. So, yeah, just figured I'd correct my earlier mistake.